Kembo, Kembo, Natatan Zambe, Yamazu, Kembo, Kembo, Natatan Zambe, Natatan Zambe, Zambe Amazulu, Kembo, Kembo, Natata, Zambe Amazulu. Kembo, Kembo, Natata, Zambe Amazulu. Nisyemi Betwamu is the Most High with you. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. My name is Sarah Singer. Yes, that's my real name. And here on my channel, I talk about plant-based wellness and biblical spirituality. I'm so pleased to be back on a screen in front of you, before you, to just give the Most High praise. There has been a lot to take place between now and even just a few weeks ago. And I just feel like with all that the Most High is doing in my life and in the lives of so many people that I know, and even the lives of those of you who I've been in contact with, and the lives of those in the world, I feel like we can all agree that the Most High is doing a work. And it's been exciting, it's been scary, it's been joyful, it's been fill in the blank. Comment down below. It has been a lot. And in this video, I want to just send y'all some love and encouragement, but also just give you some updates and let you know. Many of you have been following me here on my channel since the beginning. And first and foremost, I want to say that I am not currently the person that created the channel back then. The Most High has changed my heart. I've awakened further and further and further, so many dimensions past the person who created this channel. But I can live today with the thanksgiving and praise for the obedience of making this channel back then. And so I encourage you to make a decision today, make a decision now, that your future self will be thankful for. Yeah, so I am not the person that I was when I created this channel. And that, in many ways, I feel like encompasses what it means to grow, what it means to heal, what it means to admit to your wrongdoings, to fail, and to get up and try again. This life is a journey, and it's meant to progress. You are meant to change. As many times as people tell you, ooh, you changed, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Understand that that's a part of the process. And so lately on my channel, I have been discussing, of course, emotional healing. And so much has taken place in that series within the videos that you all saw, and outside of the videos that you all have seen, simply because those videos were not only meant to spark conversation, but they were truly meant to steward us, my family, in our emotional healing journey. Yes, we were sharing a lot of the things that have gotten us this far, a lot of the things that have helped us progress on our journeys as individuals and collectively in community, and what it means to be in community within this awakening. And I do understand that many of you do not have community or even awakened family members. And I'm telling you, that is okay, simply because your experience and your call is different from my experience and my call. And what the Most High has you doing in the direction that the Most High has given you is unique to your destiny, your mission, and ultimately your call and what you're supposed to be doing in this season and the next. And likewise, the same applies to me and my family. And so this healing series that we are sharing with you all has sparked so much within our family, and so much within many of the reactions that I've received from you all. And so with that being said, there will be a pause. We have full intentions of continuing to share our journey, continuing to produce content on emotional healing. But of course, the Most High's plan is our priority. And because of that, we won't be putting out videos as of now on emotional healing, simply because our schedules have just changed, and all that the Most High is doing in us as we've been healing has sparked new direction and new insight. And I think that is one of the most rewarding things about overcoming your own inner issues, your own inner clutter, your own inner distraction, and your own inner confusion. Because the whole purpose of doing inner work is so you can perform on the outside. And I think when I say that I'm not the same person that I was, it wasn't that I just decided to be different, but that work had to take place on the inside. And I'm so grateful to you all as well, because YouTube has been a tool that has helped me be accountable and not only just put out content, but to act and to walk in a way that is of integrity and is honoring to the Most High. And so when I put out content saying cute stuff, saying pray and fast, saying all of these things that are complementary to our mindset of wanting to be perfect or wanting to be embodied by and pleasing to the Most High in all of our fleshly, egotistical ways, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's simply a rough and tough journey. And like I said, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for just this opportunity, because I don't take it lightly. I value your time, and I appreciate y'all for your prayers, for your support, for your encouragement, and just for seeing yourself in me and seeing the Most High in me. I value that, and I thank you for that. So I also wanted to talk about new territory and what that means in conjunction with doing the inner work. Sometimes when we're doing the work or digging up the work, before the Most High can take us to new territory, and as we begin to unravel the layers of, or peel back the facades, the walls, and all of those things that we show to the outer world, sometimes we can sit in our issues and feel overwhelmed. And so one of the things that I want to share is that what has helped me on my journey is to recognize the call on my life, recognize my purest intentions and desires, which are innately what the Most High has called me to. So I like to think about those things and acknowledge what is stifling me from being where it is that the Most High has called me to, or where I would like to be and what the Most High has called me to. And 9 times out of 10, when I sit back and I recognize what those goals are, and I recognize the attributes and the characteristics that I need to embody in order to pursue those goals, 9 times out of 10, it's my trauma, the things that I have not let go, the inner work that I have not done, that keeps me between the character of that individual and the character of the individual that is who the Most High has called me to. And so I say that because when you embody those characteristics and when you recognize the difference between who you are and where you want to be, it allows you, when you're doing your inner work, to have a pinpointed perspective rather than feeling overwhelmed with just all of this negative self-talk or these negative perceptions of yourself and why you don't qualify and why you're not good enough and all of these things that come with doing the hard stuff. Once you perceive the characteristics and have a straight and once you have a straight and narrow understanding of what you need to do specifically to get to where you want to be, along with, of course, the praying and fasting, the listening to the voice of the Most High, whatever is routine for you. And if you don't have a routine, creating a routine. And there's plenty of YouTube videos on that. But what I'm saying is when you have a clear mindset and understand where you're going and not only what the Most High has called you to, but the regurgitation and the understanding of Scripture, you don't have to feel overwhelmed by what was, but understand that you are qualified because of the Most High's call on your life and that you embody the characteristics of what the Most High has called you to. And so therefore, with the understanding, when you have unleashed those attachments to those triggering items in your life, when you've unleashed the strongholds, you then have the ability to run forward and you have nothing to hold you back. The enemy can no longer call on items in your past to bring you back. And so I want to encourage you to just understand and recognize what the Most High is calling you to and what characteristics you need to embody so that you can understand what inner work you have to do and you're not overwhelmed by the thought of maybe certain things that you do need to resolve, but maybe not in this moment and what the Most High is calling you to in this moment. So new territory essentially means that once you have overcome the barriers for this season, because all things happen over time, healing happens over time. I'm going to say that again. Healing happens over time. All of your emotional healing is not going to take place in one season, simply because you have to be tested by each experience. And so whatever the Most High is calling you to do in this season, or even in this past season, if you've been doing your inner work and if you've been on this journey for a minute, new territory simply is you being at the top of this mountain, whatever you just climbed, and the Most High is giving you a graduation. And the graduation is simply honoring where you've come from by experiencing new obstacles, or it could be the same obstacles, but yet you have a different perspective. And perspective is what gives growth. Oh my goodness. Perspective is what allows you to recognize. It's a marker of your growth. And so we all know that many are called and few are chosen. And I think within this awakening, and once we recognize scripturally that we are the Most High's chosen people, I think oftentimes we interpret that as a general statement, but when I think of many are called but few are chosen, I think of that statement as, and I apply it to my current state. And I recognize that many are called to do what I'm supposed to be doing, but few are chosen to actually do the work. And in whatever the Most High has called you to do, many have been called to do the same, but few are actually chosen to complete the task. And I feel so strongly that many of us start, but very few of us finish. And again, that growth looks like, in many times, the reoccurrence of a scenario and a reoccurrence of, a past trigger or a triggered situation, but your perspective changes because you've recognized a new way to go about combating that experience. So I want to encourage you that as you take new territory, as you're doing this emotional healing and you are, continuously overcoming those mountains and you find yourself at the top, I want to encourage you that not many people are at the top. And when you get to the top, society has convinced us that being at the top with fewer people means that you've strayed away. I want to say that again. Being at the top of a mountain with fewer people than were at the bottom can make you think that you've strayed away. But in reality, you've overcome. And so many will say, oh, that's like stepping out of the matrix. We hear these things, we know these things, but I want to remind you that taking new territory looks different. It looks different. It looks different from what everyone else is doing. So betwabu, be encouraged. Whatever the Most High is calling you to do, understand that there is a vision and a purpose, and there's not many people who will be doing what the Most High is calling you to do. And that's okay. But also, like scripture says, it's been done before. It's been done before. So regardless of, you can find another YouTuber paving the way for you or a tutorial on how to do X, Y, and Z. Maybe you're not supposed to have a tutorial. Maybe there's not supposed to be a book for that. Maybe there is no path. But within that, there is direction. And so the Most High will provide a path. Okay? I truly, truly, truly want to sympathize with y'all, because I know and I feel so strongly in my spirit that there's many of you who are feeling discouraged because, YouTube videos aren't coming out as fast as they used to, or, there's not that many people in the comments, or, whatever the case may be. Just recognize that your path is unique to your experience. And just because you're not receiving validation from your environment, your work environment, your school environment, your home, your family, whatever the case may be, the only validation that you need is the agreement of the Most High and the agreement of your made up mind to follow the voice of the Most High. So I won't take up too much more of y'all's time, But I just want to say, Sawubona, I see you. I am praying for you. And I am still here doing the work of the Father and putting one foot in front of the other. So I will talk to y'all soon. And I pray the Most High is with you in all of your ways. And until next time, be prayerful, continue your emotional healing journey, recognize the new territory the Most High has called you to, and most importantly, be in obedience, regardless of what anyone else is saying. Salakiambote. I'll talk to y'all later.